someone asked me, what is your advice if I'm going to have a CS? All right, so if you're being scheduled for a CS, there's some things that you have to know. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Chinyere Idisi. This is Parenting on the Go, and on this channel we talk about parenting, motherhood, and lifestyle. We sometimes vlog and share recipes. So if it's something you are interested in, please do well to subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so you are notified anytime I upload a new video. You can also check out our other videos. I guess you see something you really are interested in. Also, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always stopping here to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. I have been struggling to get this shadow behind me, but it's not going anywhere. So guys, just focus on my fine face. See, I've put in so much effort to look good. I had to go and do my makeup so you guys can focus on my fine face, focus on my fine hair, focus on my fine clothes. It's midnight and it's really cold. I don't know, it's raining heavily here, so I had to put on this so I'm not gnashing my teeth when I'm talking. But this shadow is not a Christian, so we're going to ignore the shadow and then we just get straight into this video. Hi guys, so it's another series on cesarean section. Some things that worked for me. People do it the other way around, but I'm just going to be sharing my own part. The first thing I want you to understand about CS is that the mental readiness is very important. Yes, you have to be mentally ready because that is where the whole process starts from, and that's where your healing is also going to start from. And that's where, see, going to a theater and cutting 7 layers of your body to bring out a baby is not something you want to do out of fear. You have to do it confidently. It should be something that you want to do. It helps you to be calm. It helps you to trust God. It helps you to just prepare yourself. Pray and prepare yourself that you're going to have a CS and do it. Don't go in fear. Don't go in anxiety. Don't go with doubts. This is a life and death thing. Let's put it that way. It's a life and death thing. So your mental readiness is very important. That is the first advice I'll give you if you are going for your first CS. So the second thing that I want you to know if you are going for your CS is to go a day before. Don't go on the D-day that you're having your CS. No. It is better you are admitted before. Sleep very well. Rest. Get enough rest before you go for your CS. You need that sleep. You need that rest. You need to be stable in all, you need to be stable in all aspects. Like, you don't have to be like tired or fatigued and you're going to the theater. Eat, sleep, and rest. Go to the hospital a night before. That's what I would advise. Go to the hospital a night before and stay there. When it's time for your CS, stroll. Don't rush to the hospital and then go to the... I don't know if any hospital allows that. Maybe some very quack places, but some other places, like I know, they'll make you stay a night before. So prepare your mind. And when... I remember not still resting after I went. You have to force yourself to rest because you might want to watch TV, you want to watch your phone, you want to read a book, you want to do this, you want to do that. Just sleep. Just sleep. Another thing I want you to know, which is the third thing, during your C-section, you're going to feel a huge pressure on your chest. Don't panic. It is not a pain per se. If you have done CS before and you have experienced this, leave it in the comment below. Leave it in the comment below. You're going to feel a huge pressure on your chest. For my first baby, it was different because at the time, I don't even know what was going on because I've been in labor for a very long time. There's nothing I'm going to feel that will be as worse as what I felt in the labor room. But for my second CS, I was very, very alert. I was very, very active. So I felt the pressure. There's something they need to. So for each time you're feeling the pressure, just say it. Just tell them there's something they will do to bring it down. Okay, you're going to feel pressure, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't mean that something is going to happen to you. This pressure does not apply to everybody. It's not everybody. So you might feel. It doesn't mean when you don't feel the pressure, it means something is wrong. Not everybody feels the pressure. It also means when you see this pressure, or when you experience this pressure, don't panic. But you might not see it, but it doesn't mean that anything is wrong. Okay, because I think there's something that really traumatized me during was it my first or my first years. There's something that really traumatized me that I wish I never saw. I have tried not to watch any C-section video, and also I have tried not to know exactly what goes on when you're bringing my baby. But for my first baby, I saw the facial expressions of the doctor at one point when I looked at their faces, when I was able to see their faces. And it's like one person was holding the other side and the other person was holding. They've already opened my tummy. I don't know, because of course you don't feel anything, but I feel they've already opened my tummy and they were trying to drag it wide open so that they can bring out the baby. The facial expression shows that they are putting so much pressure to want to open. That traumatized me. That affected me in a very long way. It almost affected my second CS, because I just want to imagine that someone tore your skin open and then the person is trying to drag it open. I think that's where the pressure comes in that process, because of the amount of pressure they are putting to open up your tummy to bring out your baby. But I want to also advise at this point that try not to be interested in whatever is going on. Just if you want to pray, if you want to gist, but don't struggle. Don't make attempts to want to know, want to see. I don't think that is good for you. You don't want to know exactly what. It's not your business. It is God who is handling that part. Your part is just to stay chilled and wait for your baby to come. So I think that's what brings the pressure in the process of trying to open your tummy. You feel the pressure on your chest, or is a reaction of the anesthetics. I don't really know what brings that pressure, but not everybody feel that pressure at all. Still on the pressure, you can also feel nausea in the process of feeling that pressure on your chest. You could also feel nausea. You might not throw up. I don't think anybody throws up, but you might just feel that feeling of throwing up. Relax. It is not a big deal. Now let's talk about this interesting, very, very interesting part. The first time you wake up to work, it would hurt. It would hurt, but you go through it. The first time, I thought my tummy was going to tear open. The pain, I screamed my life out. And the nurses were like, don't worry, you have to. They kept pushing me to stand. And it was God, it was not funny at all. I had to try. It took me like 2 days to even attempt, because the first attempt I took was not a good experience. So I had to chill. I told them I have to be ready. I am not ready to feel this pain. And me, I have low threshold for pain. I don't know how to bear pain. I don't know how. My tolerance level for pain is zero. It's zero. So I'm always running from anything. So I was very lazy, but you get through it. Of course, you get through it. Now let's go to my second pregnancy. My second CS. Once experience has entered, you realize that there's nothing is going to happen. You just have to bear the pain. Because after I had my second baby, he was very sick. When I woke up, I asked of my baby and they said he was in ICU, was admitted. I had my CS that morning and I woke up. I think I looked for my baby in the evening. That night, that day of the CS, that particular day, that night, I stood up. From my bed to go check on my baby, to be sure these people are not lying to me that my baby is alive, or when something has happened to my baby. I was able to stand up, and that was it. I kept standing up. Of course, you're going to feel the pain. You want to bend a bit when you're walking, but you're going to get through it. It's nothing that we have not seen before. So the pain will hurt, just so you know, but you'll get through it. Another thing I want to talk about is C-section is normal birth. It is normal delivery. Don't let anybody, no matter how you place this person, be it your pastor, be it your parent, be it your husband, be it anybody, entirely anybody, don't let anybody make you feel less of yourself or make you feel that, oh, you did not give birth normally or naturally. C-section is a natural birth too. So don't fight it, don't argue it, don't reject it. If your doctor advises you that is what you have to do, then do it. Don't say my so person said this is a topic for another day. Maybe I would like to have this discussion with other moms who have had CSs, or maybe do an interview and then, but I don't know. There is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with having a CS. Don't go with that fear. Don't go with the mindset that you're less of a woman because you had it. I remember my boss, when I had my first CS, I was like, I'm never going to have a CS again. I know many of us who are pregnant for the second time after CS were saying, I'm not going to have another CS again. I will wait 5 years. I will wait 3 years. And then, 4 months after, you're pregnant again. So she told me that both of her kids are elective CS. Like, she dressed up in the morning, go to the hospital. The next day, she admit herself. The next day, she had a baby. And somebody should come and tell her that these children are not hers because she did not push them out, or she did not have a vaginal birth. Or somebody should come and tell her that her kids are less than other children because they were not pushed out. So when she said that thing to me, it changed my mindset. So I'm telling you this for free. Your child will be okay, you'll be okay, and that is what is important. The process with which, or okay, let's look at it. For people who are trying to conceive and not able to conceive and do IVF, or what's it called, IVF or other method, you can't come and say they are not women because they had IVF. That's how it is. It's their children. It is their children, and it's forever going to be their children. Are they pregnant or they are not pregnant? They are pregnant. How they got pregnant is not your business. So don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you have to push. Someone said something like that, and then after a while, she changed her mindset because it got to her turn. It's easy for you to say until you get to that point. That's how it works. All right, so that is one thing I need to tell you. Whoever is watching me, if you are pregnant, if you are expectant, or you are being scheduled for a CS and you're watching this video, listen to me and listen very carefully. There's nothing wrong with it. Have you heard of spinal headaches? I've experienced spinal headache for my second CS. For my first CS, I didn't experience it. According to the doctors, it is a side effect of the anesthetics they give you during the process of your cesarean section. So ideally, you're supposed to rest, sleep, take your time, rest after your C-section before you start moving around. I experienced spinal headache of my second baby because, like I said, when I woke up, he was sick. I had to stand up immediately, and I didn't just stand up once. I just started shuttling between my ward and my son's ward. So I was going there like every time, and I didn't rest. Guys, if you have the opportunity, please don't move. Rest properly so you don't experience spinal headache. Spinal headache is something you don't want to experience. Trust me, you don't want to have a feeling or understand what it is, because that thing is death. Like, oh my goodness, I don't want to think about it. Like, I don't want to think about it. And they kept telling me there's no drug for it, so they told me to buy Coke, like Coca-Cola, and I had packs of Coca-Cola beside my bed, and I was taking Coke. Like, there was no drug for it. There was nothing I could take to stop it. I was just taking this coke every second, and that blew me up. Because that's the only way I could stop this headache. This headache, if it hits you, oh, you will know that for real Jesus is Lord. I mean, you can't move your head. You can't turn. You can't talk. You can't nod. You can't chew. You can't sleep. You can't, guys. If this is the only thing you get from this video, please just get it. Don't move anyhow after your CS. Rest. Avoid visitors. That takes me to the next point. Avoid visitors. Everybody should wait. I know a family, everybody wants to come and see you. Everybody wants to come and see baby. Everybody, just tell them you need to rest, at least for a day. You can allow your mom or your husband to come, but not the one that you have to be talking to people. And no, you need to rest after your C-section. It aids your recovery. It aids your healing process. So rest as much as you can. And then another thing I'll also talk about is breastfeeding after CS. You might not lactate immediately. I never lactated. I never. It took me time. So don't panic. Don't worry. If you want to do your exclusive breastfeeding, you can still do it. But first, give your baby milk. Whatever is recommended by the hospital where you give birth, give it to your baby after you start lactating. Okay, by the time you start lactating, you can stop and start giving your baby breast milk only. So don't say, oh, I've already spotted, but me, I've never done exclusive breastfeeding. I have never done it, and I'm not saying it's wrong. If you can do it, please do it. If you cannot do it, please don't kill yourself. All right, so those are the few advice that I can give you for now if you are scheduled for a CS. All right, don't forget I said your mental readiness is very, very important. So I'll see you guys in my next video.